In this video, we will build a search functionality website. This means if you have your own store or want to create one with many products and you want to find a specific product by name, you will need this search feature. What we will do here is copy the complete name of any product, like I am copying the smartwatch's name, and after copying it, we will paste the name into search product. After pasting, a name suggestion appears below, but we will not click on it. We will click the search button. After clicking the search button, it will load for about 3 seconds, and after filtering the product, you can see that we have the smartwatch product. Only one product has been rendered. After this, we will remove it and just type L. After typing L, many products are being suggested, including every product that has L in its name. As you can see, I will click on iPhone 14 Pro Max. After clicking it, it will load, and after loading, we have the iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is how our search works. We will remove this, then we will type phone inside the search box. After typing phone, we are getting 3 suggestions. These are 3 phones. But we will click the search button. It will take 3 seconds to render, and we have 3 phones. You can see that 3 phones have been rendered. We will remove this, then we will search for car. After searching for car, you can see that 3 cars have appeared. So our search functionality is working perfectly. After this, if we enter random letters and click the search button, then no product found will appear. If you enter a random keyword that doesn't match any product in the filter, then we will see no product found. So we won't waste any time and we'll start building this project. First, we will open VS Code, and inside VS Code, we will open a new terminal. After opening the terminal, our first command will be npm create vitae at latest dots. After executing this command, you will be prompted to enter the package name. We will keep the package name the same as our folder name. Next, we will choose React in the Select a Framework option. Then, in the Select a Variant option, we will choose JavaScript. After this, we will click on No and finally click on Yes for Install with npm and Start Now. The dependencies will be added, which will take a moment. Once the dependencies are installed and added, you will see localhost 5173. Copy this URL and open it in any browser. You will see a simple counter app, which confirms everything has been installed correctly. Now open VS Code and we will delete some files, such as index.css and app.css. Delete all the CSS files, then navigate to main.jsx and remove the CSS file that was imported there. After this, go to app.jsx and remove the counter code. Then simply return an empty div. Inside the src folder, we will create several folders. The first folder will be components. After that, the second folder will be data, the third will be hooks, and the last one will be utils. Inside src, we will also create a style.css file. Next, inside this components folder, we will create another folder named product. Inside the product folder, we will create files like productcard.jsx and productlist.jsx. The second folder inside the components folder will be search. Inside the search folder, we will create files such as searchcontainer.jsx, search.input.jsx, and finally suggestion.jsx. After creating all these folders, we will create 2 files inside the components folder, empty-state.jsx and loader.jsx. This completes the folder organization structure for our components. Next, we will move to the data folder. Our first file inside it will be product.js. Then, inside the hooks folder, the first file will be used searchlogic.jsx. Finally, in the utils folder, we will create a file named searchhelper.jsx. This completes the folder architecture. This is a professional developer-style architecture. Whenever you write code, don't put everything in one file. Build an architecture like this, as it makes the project easier to manage. We will remove some files and keep only app.jsx, search container, product, use search logic, and search helper. Our first task will be in product.js. In product.js, I have directly copied and pasted the content. If you look at the top, we have imported some images like Apple, iPhone, and others. Below that, I have an array of products. Inside it, there are about 20 objects containing the details of 20 products, including IDs, images, names, and more. You don't need to write all of this. I have already provided the GitHub link in the description. You can download the code and the images, which include about 20 images, from there. After this, we will navigate to the searchhelper.jsx file, where we will start our code. First, we will define the search products export function. This function will take two parameters, products and search text. Inside this function, we start with an if statement. If products is not an array using array.isArray, then return an empty array. Next, we add another if statement. If the type of search text is not a string, then return an empty array. After that, we create a constant called normalized text, which equals searchText.trim to lowercase. Following this, we add another if statement. If the normalized text is an empty string, meaning no valid search term was entered, return an empty array. Then, we return the filtered products using products.filter with product as the parameter. Inside the filter, we add logic to check if the product exists and ensure that type of product.name is a string. If not, return false. Finally, return the result if the name includes the search term using product.name to lowercase. Includes normalized text. This completes the searchhelper.jsx file. Now we move on to the useSearchLogic function. Here we will import useState and our search products function. We export a function called useSearchLogic, which takes products as a parameter. Inside this function, we will initialize 6 states. Search text with a default value of an empty string, has typed with a default value of false, search status with a default value of idle, is loading with a default value of false, suggestions with a default value of an empty array, results with a default value of an empty array. Next, we define the update search text arrow function, which takes value as a parameter. Inside, we call set search text with value. We add an if statement. If value.trim is an empty string, set has typed to false. Set suggestions and results to empty arrays. Set search status to idle and return. If there is text, we set has typed to true, set search status to idle, and set results to an empty array. Then we create a constant match by calling search products with products and value. We then call set suggestions with match. Finally, we define the execute search arrow function, which takes value as a parameter. We create const text to search, which equals value or search text if value is not provided. We add an if statement. If text to search.trim is empty, set results to an empty array, set search status to empty, and return. If it is not empty, set is loading to true. Use a set timeout with 3000 milliseconds to simulate a search delay. Inside the timeout, create const found results by calling search products with products and text to search. Call set results with found results. Check the results. If found results length equals 0, set search status to no result. Otherwise, set it to success. Clear suggestions with an empty array and set is loading to false. At the end, we will return search text, has typed, search status, suggestions results, is loading, update search text, and execute search. We will return all of these values. Here, our useSearchLogic.jsx file is complete. After this, we will navigate to the search container file. Inside the search container, we will import useSearchLogic, products, search input, suggestions product list, and finally loader. After importing these 6 items, we will create an export default function below. We will name the function search container. Inside the search container, we will have a const where we will destructure search text inside curly brackets. Don't write everything manually. Simply go to the use search logic file and copy everything you returned there, then paste it here in the search container. This will be equal to use search logic, and inside use search logic, we will pass products. Below this, we will create a variable const handle suggestion click, which will be an arrow function that takes product as a parameter. Inside this arrow function, we will call update search text with product.name and execute search with product.name. Below this, we will return a div, and inside the div, we render the search input component. The search text prop will equal search text, update search text will equal update search text, and execute search will equal execute search. Below this, we will write inside curly brackets, has typed and in suggestions, dot length greater than 0, then render the suggestions component. Inside the suggestions component, we will have suggestions equal to suggestions, and on suggestion, click equal to handle suggestion click. Below this, we will add another condition inside curly brackets, is loading, then render the loader component if is loading is true. Below this, we will add another condition inside curly brackets, if not is loading and not has typed, then render the product list component. Inside the product list component, results will equal products. Below this, we will add one more condition inside curly brackets. If not is loading and has typed and search status equals success, then render the product list component with results equal to results. Below this, we will add another condition inside curly brackets. If not is loading and has typed and search status is not equal to idle, and search status is not equal to success, then render the empty state component, inside which search status will equal search status. Here, our search container.jx logic is complete. After this, we will navigate to the search input.jsx file. Inside search input, we will first import style.css. Below that, we will create an export default function. We will name the function search input, and inside it, we will receive search text, update search text, and execute search as props. Inside the search input function, we will create a constant handle change equal to an arrow function. As a parameter, we will take event. Inside this arrow function, we call update search text with event.target.value. Below this, we create another arrow function named handle submit, which takes event as a parameter. Inside this handle submit arrow function, we will use event.preventDefault, and below that, we will call execute search. At the bottom, we will return a form. Inside the form, we will set onSubmit equal to handle submit. Inside the form, we will add an input with type text, where the value equals search text, onChange equals handle change, and the placeholder will be search product. Below that, we will have a button with type submit, and inside the button, we will write search. This completes the code for the search input component. After this, we will navigate to suggestions.jsx. In suggestions.jsx, we will create an export default function named suggestions. Inside, as props, we will receive suggestions and onSuggestion click. Inside this function, we will return a UL element. Inside the UL, within curly brackets, we will write suggestions.map. Inside the map, we will take product as the parameter, and then we will render an li element. Inside the li, we will write key equal to product.id and onClick equal to an arrow function that calls on suggestion click with product. Inside the li, within curly brackets, we will write product.name because we only need the name for the suggestion. Below that, we will add an X icon, which behaves like a close icon. Before this, you should copy the Boxicon's CDN link and paste it into index.html below the title so that the icon works. After that, we will navigate to productlist.jx. There we will import product card. Below that, we will create an arrow function named productList. As a parameter, inside curly brackets, we will write results. Inside this arrow function, we will return a div. Inside the div, within curly brackets, we will write results.map with product as the parameter. Inside that, we will render the product card component. In the product card, the key will equal product.id and product equals product. After that, we will export it. Export default product list. This completes the code for the product list component. Next, we will navigate to product card. Here, we will create an export default function product card. As a parameter, inside curly brackets, we will destructure product from props so we can access the value. Then we will return a div. Inside that div, another div. Inside that div, an img element. In the img, the src will be product.img and the alt will be product.name. Below that, we will create another div containing two span elements. In the first span, we will have size, and in the second span, product.size. Then, skipping one div, we will create another div. Inside that, there will again be two span elements. In the first span, we will have color, and in the second span, product.color. After skipping another div, we will create a third div. Inside it, there will be two span elements. In one span, we will have price, and in the second span, product.price. After skipping one more div, we will have a button at the bottom. Inside the button, the text will be add to cart. After that, we will navigate to emptystate.jx. After navigating to the emptystate.jx file, we will create a const arrow function emptystate, which will receive search status from props as a parameter. Inside this arrow function, we will use an if statement. If the search status equals idle, then return a paragraph with the text, start typing to search products. Below this, we'll add another if statement. If the search status equals empty, return a paragraph with the text, please enter a search term. Following that, we'll add another if statement. If the search status equals no result, return a paragraph with the text, no product found. Finally, we will return null and export default empty state. This completes the code for the empty-state component. Next, we will navigate to loader.jsx. In loader.jsx, we will create a const loader arrow function that returns a div, and inside it, another div. We will leave it empty and export default loader. Finally, we will navigate to app.jsx to see our code's output, and here we will render the search container component. Refresh the page. If you look at the UI output in the browser, there is an error. The error is in the search input file. If you examine the search input file, we will write search text in the value and remove the incorrect reference. Inside the input element, we will write onChange equal to handleChange. Okay, so that's one error resolved. The other error we are getting is in product-list.jsx because here we used results.map with product as the parameter. But the product card we returned was wrapped in curly brackets. So we will remove the curly brackets and use parentheses instead. That means we will use round brackets, not curly brackets. This issue is almost fixed. Before solving the third issue, we will open a new terminal and install Tailwind CSS. So our first command will be npm install Tailwind CSS Vite. After the installation, navigate to vite.config.js. Inside the plugins array, you need to add Tailwind CSS. After that, go to package.json. If you see the Tailwind CSS version, it means it has been successfully installed. Go to main.jsx and import style.css. After that, navigate to style.css and import the Tailwind directives. Below, in the body selector, we will set the background color to #DE to make the background look lighter. After that, you need to navigate to index.html. There, you need to remove the boxicons link you added below the title. Then go to suggestions.jsx and remove the bx-x icon you added, which was the close icon. Use a p tag instead, and inside the p tag, simply type x. Now this error is also resolved. Next, navigate to product-card.jsx. Here, below the image div, we will add another div, and inside this div, we'll add an h2 tag. Inside the h2 tag, within curly brackets, write product.name. Then, move the div below the h2 to the very bottom. Now, each product's name will also be rendered. We had forgotten this step. After that, if you look at the search functionality, an error will appear when we type to search for a product. The error says, each child in a list should have a unique key prop. We made this mistake, so to fix it, we will navigate to suggestions.jsx. There, we will remove the extra div we added inside the UL. After removing the div, you need to wrap the p tag where you typed x inside the li tag. And the product.name that is appearing, wrap it inside a span tag. Now when we type something, the error is gone. This error is also fixed. Excellent. After this, we will apply some styling, but I won't explain the styling in detail because I'll be copying and pasting it. So I'll start with the product card. Here we will apply some styles. Just observe. You don't need to write this code manually. The GitHub link is in the description. You can download it from there. Our styling is now complete, and after that, we'll preview the website. If you view the website, the UI has been completely designed. After that, we'll copy the name of any product, like I am copying the name smartwatch. And after copying, you need to paste this name into the search box. After pasting, a suggestion is also appearing, but we will not click on the suggestion. We'll click on the search button, and it will load briefly. After loading, you can see the product has appeared with the specific name. After that, we'll clear the search box and just type L, so you can see all the product names starting with the L keyword are being suggested. Then we will not click on any suggestion, we'll just click on the search button. So you can see all the products have been rendered that match the name starting with L. Excellent. If you enjoyed this type of video and want to see more content like this in the future, then like and subscribe to the channel and comment on what kind of project you want to build in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.